Today I am decluttering my room. The last time I did something like this was exactly 2 years ago, and it was freeing, life-changing. Basically everything Marie Kondo says about decluttering is so very true, and so I decided I was way overdue for another declutter. When I did my room tour, it may have appeared like my room is very nice and organized, and it kind of is, but it also has so much junk in it. It's just organized aesthetic junk, but it's still junk, and honestly it's getting a little bit overwhelming. So today I'm taking the day, or the evening, because it's already almost 3, and I'm gonna go through literally everything that's in my room. My plan for the day is to pull absolutely everything out of where it currently is. I'm gonna sort everything into categories, and luckily I live in a family of box hoarders, so I have a box for things I'm gonna throw away, box for things I'm gonna keep, and a box for things that I can donate. And I'm probably gonna have to switch out these boxes throughout the process because they're definitely not big enough to fit everything that I have in here. I'm gonna tackle the clothing in my closet separately, so that's gonna stay in there for now, but everything else, I'm already sweaty and tired because it's mid-afternoon and 80 degrees outside, but I have 2 teaspoons of matcha in my body, so I am ready and energized, and I'm actually super excited to do this. I am graduating in a few days, and I feel like I need a fresh start, a new life, and finally I'm getting around to doing it. So, wish me luck! Phase 1 is complete. I'm gonna go take a little break and then tackle this mess. I think my strategy here is gonna be go for the easy things first, the ones I know for sure whether I want to keep or throw away, just to minimize this ridiculous pile. What was that? Okay, let's do this. I know it doesn't look any different, but I promise I made progress. I bought this when I had plantar fasciitis, and it was really helpful then, but like, am I gonna get plantar fasciitis again? Anyone want a foot roller? Sandpaper? I feel like sandpaper is the kind of thing that you're just eventually gonna need, but I also don't want to have that attitude as I'm cleaning, like, oh, I might eventually need this. What are you supposed to do with old cacti? I don't want anyone to get injured by this. It's day 2 of the decluttering process. I got a little sidetracked yesterday, so I had to sleep in this mess, and then when I woke up, I had to go downstairs to do my morning stretches because I literally did not have a single square foot of floor space. But I'm making progress. I've actually gotten through, I think, more than half of the stuff that I initially set out. I'm getting to some of the harder things now, like I have this box of certificates and medals and awards and things. So the certificates, I decided I'm gonna take pictures of all of them. I'm not even gonna bother to scan them. I'll just take pictures with my phone and upload them to Google Photos and recycle the actual certificates. That also includes other things, like I found old art that I've made. There are some awards that I have, like math team ribbons, that just mean nothing to me, so I threw those out right away. The hard part is like the medals and bigger trophies that I have, especially the FBLA ones, but as I'm picking it up and like trying to think like Marie Kondo would, the object itself does not really mean much to me. It reminds me of the memory of like winning those competitions and feeling really happy, but I have that memory even without the trophy. Another thing that I'm feeling conflicted about is all these freaking journals that I have. I definitely don't want to get rid of those because that is an insane amount of memories and it's like a record of my life, but also trying to scan them all in and somehow digitally sort them sounds like an absolute nightmare. So I think for now I'm just gonna have to deal with having this gigantic box in my closet, because yeah, I can't imagine getting rid of that. Otherwise, I don't know, honestly it's been pretty easy. It feels really good to get rid of things, so I've been getting rid of a lot. Okay, so I think I'm pretty set with these boxes that I have here. I do have a couple of things still left on the ground that I'm unsure about, like random camera equipment and wires. I don't even know what they do. A bunch of old backpacks, and this very sad collection of playing cards that I attempted to start. I think the next step is I'm going to take the box of things to throw away downstairs, and I'm going to sort through it, see what's recycling, what's trash, what needs to be shredded. Then I'm probably going to come back upstairs and start putting everything back where it belongs. I'm excited to actually put my room back together because this, even though it's been like in this state of disrepair since last evening, it's a little unsettling and I just want it to be back to normal. I'm out of breath from walking down the stairs with this box, but look, doesn't it look so much better now? Now all I have left is the box of things to keep and then those things that I couldn't decide what to do with. I think I'm gonna once again spread everything out on the floor so that I can see everything and start putting things back in the places where I think they make sense. I'm definitely gonna organize a lot of things differently than I had before. But yeah, I'm really excited because I've cut down so much stuff, so it should be fun to put everything back and have everything look uncluttered. Before I do that though, I just want to share some of the more ridiculous things that I've been finding. Enjoy, I guess. A Ziploc bag of scraps of yarn, 3 coupons for a brand of veggie noodles that isn't sold anywhere within 100 miles from me, enough plastic bead necklaces to have my very own Mardi Gras parade, a rechargeable Dave & Buster's power card from that time I did a journalism camp in New York last year, possibly has a few tokens on it, the certificate I received in 3rd grade that officially gave me permission to write in cursive on my school assignments, the award I received in 6th grade for winning the samurai simulation when we were learning about ancient feudal Japan, aka my proudest achievement in life, and finally this bobble flower that I very sadly accidentally decapitated. Keep on bobbling, little guy. I'm done. My room doesn't look insanely different, but it feels so different. Because like I said at the beginning of this video, my room looked organized and it was organized, but when there's that much clutter and stuff you don't need, it doesn't matter how organized you are because the only solution is getting rid of it, not color coding it or organizing it into little boxes, labeling it, and that's what I did. I got rid of probably more than half of my room and it feels amazing. I'm so happy I did this. This process actually only took me about 7 hours. I did half of it one evening and then finished up the next morning. I thought it would take longer, but let this be inspiration for you to take on your own decluttering project. It probably won't take as long as you think it will. Obviously, I just did my room. If you're decluttering your whole house, it's going to take a lot longer. Also, I decluttered recently, about 2 years ago, so there already was less stuff to begin with. But I think this was good evidence for the fact that decluttering is not a one and done type thing. Obviously, after the first time you declutter, you're gonna learn habits that are gonna help you to not amass as much junk in the future, but life just invites clutter. Like, it just happens. You're never gonna have a perfectly pristine environment that you're never gonna have to declutter ever again. You also just get better at decluttering with every time that you do it. Like, the first time I did it, I must have looked at that cursive certificate and thought, wow, this is something I should really hold on to. So learning how to break that emotional attachment that you have with the things you own is a process, it's a skill, and it's something you'll get better at with each time you do it. Another last little insight that I gained from this experience is that decluttering your environment is also kind of decluttering your identity. I know that sounds a little too deep for a video that's literally a time lapse of me cleaning my room. But one of the things I had to do a lot was like question what was important to me in my life at this point. So for example, I used to really enjoy knitting and then I just kind of stopped. but I still had this basket full of yarn and all of my knitting needles and other supplies. I held on to those things because I thought maybe I would just want to get back into knitting someday. But that day never came. I waited and waited, and I never ever had the urge to knit ever again. So I realized I just had to give that stuff away, because not only was I not using it, it was taking up room for things that were more important in my life currently, like photography. So photography is a huge part of my life right now. And as I was cleaning, I found a bunch of equipment and props and things, so I dedicated the entire space that I had under my bed just for storing photography things. So as you declutter, you're forced to make decisions like that, and it's not a sad thing to say goodbye to a hobby, because you have to remember that when you're clearing away some parts of your life, you are making room and inviting better things for the future. Okay, yeah, this got way more philosophical than I thought this video would get, but I think it's important to talk about. Again, I'm so happy that I did this. I still have to do my closet, but I am all cluttered up for the moment, so we're gonna wait a few weeks before I tackle that. I hope this video inspired you in some way to refresh and renew your own living environment. So good luck in your own decluttering adventures. Marie Kondo, if you're watching this, I didn't use your exact method, but I think you're amazing and I love you. I'll see you in next week's video. Bye!